Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soundbite. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be jumping back into The Warning. So, welcome the Warning Army. Thank you for turning me on to this band. I'm going to be checking out another live video from the Teatro Metropolitan show in 2022. This is a song called When I'm Alone, and I thought I'd check it out just because it just came up on the list when I did a bit of a search. And also, there's been suggestions from people to check out more songs from this particular show. So I thought let's go down the rabbit hole a little bit and check out some different tracks and stuff. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what sort of songs I'm hearing, but at the moment, I've been kind of getting different sort of sides of the band so far, which has been really good, you know. And then sort of getting quite familiar with the sound and the style and really just the theatrics of their entire live performances as well. I'm still kind of trying to get familiar with the band members' names. I've actually got it written down this time as well. So I've got Daniela on guitar, Paulina on drums, and Alexandra on bass. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sure someone will correct me on that if I'm not. Anyway, let's jump straight into this with The Warning, When I'm Alone, live at Teatro Metropolitan.
Full of color on the outside, but I only see in black and white. I'm desperate for some light in the corners of my mind. Having hope but not enough, reaching out to find no one. Am I the only soul to have lost all control? It gets hard to breathe, stuck in between on what has become my fake reality. And there's no escape from the voice in my head. It's driving me crazy. Nobody understands. My sanity's not going to last, and I smile on through the night. Everyone will think I'm alright, but nobody knows what I'm dragging along when I'm alone.
Be a solo performance, or especially with the title. Oh wow, that venue's even bigger than I thought it was. Got a second tier there. Oh, there we go. For some reason, I thought it was going to be a solo performance, especially with the song When I'm Alone. Makes sense, I guess.
I'm about to tear off this page, but it's something I can't erase. I wish I could rewrite the story of my life. While I hide every day behind the master's pain. They say I'm not alone, but do they even know it? It's hard to breathe, stuck in between on what has become my big reality. And there's no escape from the voice in my head. It's driving me crazy. Nobody understands. My sanity's not going to.
I'll just pause it quickly there. It's only a short song. Yeah, this is not the. It started out obviously, you know, as a solo performance from Daniela, right? And then it sort of turned into a whole sort of band performance. But I was kind of not worried, but obviously I thought maybe this would be a solo performance just based on the song When I'm Alone would make a lot of sense. Let me know if they do have any sort of like does she do any solo performances at the shows at all? Like, is there a song where it's only just her and no one else in the band performing with her? Because obviously, you know, a lot of bands have done that, you know, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did it as well. Yeah, so it's so far it's a sort of another groove sort of rocker as well. I kind of am starting to like really see what their sound is and what their style is. So nothing is too surprising now because I'm starting to get familiar with a lot of their songs. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of this stuff just one by one, so I haven't really been sort of going back and returning to a lot of these tracks. So there are some stuff that I checked out quite early on, which I probably have forgotten a little bit. So I'd have to sort of like revisit some of these songs. Maybe I can do some of those same songs again in a different show or something from maybe a little earlier than this as well. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying what I'm sort of hearing from this band, and yeah, it's interesting to see how the I don't know, like I want to say the evolution of the band, but I don't know like the context of some of the songs that I'm hearing, like what albums they're from. That's kind of part of the. I mean, I know I can do my own research, but I've been kind of avoiding as much of that as possible, I guess. But if I was listening to just the music, then I'd be like tracking down the albums. So I just don't have that information on hand. But I'm kind of enjoying just going in blind, because that's another way of listening and checking out new music for the first time is going completely blind without any information, no context or anything like that. So that's been interesting just from my own personal experience anyway. So. Okay, there's a bit of a solo. We're talking about solos before. Get us to do a lot of them. There's sort of one here. All right, there we go with When I'm Alone, live at Teatro Metropolitan by The Warning. Yeah, I kind of feel like Daniela's voice was sounded a little different there in this particular performance on this song here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, maybe I'm just, I'm not hearing it right or something, but I felt like her voice was a little different. Just probably because of the song itself was a little different, I suppose. Like it felt like it was more of I don't want to say it's a mellow song because it wasn't really a mellow song per se. I guess maybe compared to some of the other stuff that I heard, maybe it's a bit more mellower, but it certainly had that kind of like almost a Bruce Springsteen kind of like thing to it. I don't know. I don't know if even Bruce Springsteen's the right comparison. I'm trying to find the right sort of like musician or band or whatever to compare it to that I kind of feel like it's sort of in that style. But either way, it's kind of a different side again to the Warning that I've heard before. It's not kind of outright rocking and a lot of energy and stuff. It's a bit more kind of like, okay, it's more subdued. I guess the context that I'll need to have is like where in the show is this? Because it does depend on, like where in the show. Like sometimes if you're like halfway through the show, a band will sort of pull back a little bit and kind of, do a little bit more sort of like softer, mellower kind of stuff or whatever, and bring some dynamics to the show. So again, I just don't have any context with the particular performance here. So anyway, thank you for tuning in as always. I really appreciate all the people who have been subscribing, especially with the Warning Army. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.